As with many other areas of special education and special education law, terminology can make a big difference in what happens. And this is one of those things I've heard a lot, and it's a mistake parents need to be really aware of from the outset. There is a difference between homeschooling and wanting a home program. And many parents will call me and say, I'm looking for homeschooling, and as I ask them questions, I realize what they really want is a program, a special education program provided by their school district, but taking place in the home, and they're very different things.
Right, and so one might augment a homeschooling program, and one might augment a program that's already happening at school. Do you follow me?
I do follow you, and I think the difference is this. In a situation where you've decided to homeschool your child with a disability, you are, in all intents and purposes, usually severing your relationship with your public schools for that child, and you're not doing that for a home program. And a good example would be a young preschool age child who let's say, who has a significant need for a home program with therapists coming into the home, and your child has been getting such a program through their birth to 3 or early intervention services. Now they're aging into the school district age, and the parent says, well, I think this is going well, I want it to happen here, and they think it's homeschooling because it's happening at home and it's schooling. But that's not homeschooling. And the repercussion is dramatically different, because if you fill out the paperwork for homeschooling when what you really wanted was a home program, you have really created a problem that doesn't need to exist, because you may be entitled to have that home program, special education program, provided by your school district.
Right. So another example of a home program would be, let's say you have a child who the teachers come into your home to make sure that the IEP goals they're working on at school are being generalized into the community and into the home setting. And so there's specific hours allocated to the community or to the home where you're taking data to make sure that those skills are being generalized.
Right. That's really an extended school day program usually, right? But again,
often referred to as a home program.
Right, exactly. And so that's not the same thing as homeschooling as either. And another example might be, let's say you have a child who either becomes ill, temporarily ill, or unfortunately maybe for an extended period of time, or who has a mental illness or an emotional disability that is preventing them from going to school. And what you want is services in the home, tutoring services to be provided for perhaps maybe even counseling services for a period of time. Again, that is usually referred to as either a homebound program or in-home tutoring. That's, again, usually not homeschooling. And so we bring this up so that parents don't go down the road of filling out the paperwork, which effectively severs their relationship with their school district, who they don't want to sever their relationship with, and from whom they probably require pretty important and necessary special education services.
So we just want to make sure that you get those two terms straight, because we certainly wouldn't want you making any mistakes that you didn't intend to make.